I know he's a weird fucker because he works in radio just like me. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one, the only, Horacio Ramirez.
Woo! All right, give it up for yourselves for being out here on a Friday night, huh? Woo! All right. You guys have no energy, huh? We worked all day. Fuck this shit. Anyway, as Kevin mentioned, I do work in radio. How many of you here have heard Power 92 before? Power 92, right? #1 in the streets is the slogan. That's exactly why they hired me. I too am #1 in the streets. Yeah, working there's a very interesting experience because again, with the station slogan being #1 in the streets, I had no idea that we really lived that credo. Because not too long ago, I recently celebrated my 6-year anniversary there, so I've been there for 6 years now. And I went ahead and I asked my boss for a raise, you know, like everybody does, you know, you're like, yeah, I've been here for a while, you know, I kind of feel like I deserve a raise. Normally your boss would give you kind of like that corporate speak of like, well, we'll see if it's in the budget or we'll talk with corporate. Not my boss. He was like, shit. You don't need no motherfucking raise. I don't? He's like, hell no. You need to get your ass a side hustle, son. What's a side hustle? He's like, I don't know, man. Sell weed or some shit, but don't do that shit around here. I got this area covered. Good to know. Good to know. But actually, the first station I worked at was at US 99. Any country listeners here? Country? Here's the thing, though. Country radio listeners have a reputation for being stupid. And I'm here to tell you guys that it's absolutely true. Some of you are too stupid to recognize it, so there. No. I was at this thing with US 99. We were at a car dealership, and they had like some sort of crazy like hot dog and clown event trying to get people to come out. And this one guy came up to me and he goes, and I'll never forget this, he goes, dude, I got a 4-year-old daughter, man. I ain't seen her in 5 years. It's a math joke for some of you who don't get it. I'll give you the teacher's edition of my set later. It's all good though. But you know, in order to get this kind of work though, actually I went to Columbia College. So how many people here owe student loan money? That's right, we're drinking water tonight. Drinking water. No, I went to Columbia College and it was a fun experience and everything, but most of the people that I went to school with for radio are not working in radio. Somehow they fell into law enforcement. Like they all became cops, like in the city and in various suburbs. Like if you're ever in the city and you get pulled over by one of my former classmates, you'll know because it'll be like, this ticket is brought to you by the city of Chicago. This beating I'm about to administer is brought to you by my nightstick. But no, it was a fun time at Columbia. The thing though that I hate though is I get these cards in the mail and it's like, dear alumni, would you like to donate? And the thing with me is that I felt like college tuition was a lot like prison raid. Right? Like I had no choice but to take it. So now it's like getting a card from my old cellmate going, hey, remember when I used to hold you down in the shower against your will? Want to do that again? So anyway, I'm originally from the Little Village area of Chicago. You guys familiar with Little Village? How many have actually been to Little Village? You guys are survivors. I'm giving you t-shirts afterwards. Congratulations for not winding up on the news. That's awesome. Now, growing up in that area, like as some of you have guessed by now, by my last name Ramirez, I'm Irish. No, a lot of times I get this from people and I never fucking get it. They always come up to me and go, hey Horacio, are you Italian? No? Are you Greek? No? You're not Mexican, are you? What the fuck does that mean? It's like coming up to someone going, hey, you got a cold there? No? Yeah, you got a fever? You don't have AIDS, do you? Put on a condom. I don't want to catch Mexican. But technically, Spanish is my first language. That's actually what I, spoke with my parents and everything. Or the people that adopted me, I don't know. But like the English that I learned was from the television. So like the first words I ever spoke in English were, "You're next on The Price is Right, come on down." Right? Which, having that kind of a broadcast English accent didn't exactly make me popular with the gangbangers in my neighborhood. Because I feel like I look around the crowd here, I don't see too many gangbangers here tonight. No, because I've mentioned that like the neighborhood that I grew up in, it's 2-6. And I've gotten like boos and hisses and shit, and it's like, guys, relax. I'm not here to recruit for the 2-6. It's not like, are you happy with your current gang? If not, I've got a PowerPoint presentation that's just for you. The 2-6 are going places. Jail and other places. But yeah, no, one time those guys, I was like friends with them and all. But they'd be like, "Hey, Rich, we're gonna throw down with some kings. You down?" And I'm like, "You mean we're gonna engage these gentlemen in fisticuffs?" And they'd be like, "Man, just go home, man. Fuck you. Just go home. Go home." All right, no problem. Another time I saw them spray painting a wall, and in big letters they wrote "King Killer." And I was like, "Oh, I see what you guys are doing. I saw this on a nature program where deer, they pee on things to mark their territory. You guys are peeing on their territory, marking you. All right, I'll go home. No problem. No problem." But the one thing that always tripped me out about the gangbangers in my neighborhood is that they all drove like old cop cars, like old Chevy Caprices, and I never understood that. It was like when they got arrested, where they're like, "Dude, this is a fucking smooth ride. What is this? A Caprice? Fuck it, I'm buying one when I get out." I never got that. Never got that. So one of the things I'll mention to you guys, I have a gay brother. For real. I'm not trying to impress you guys. It's for real. He really is gay. I had a friend of mine tell me one time, he's like, he's gay because it's the trendy thing to do. No, my brother loves the cock. He is not trying to win over people. It's not like one day he went, "What'll make me cooler? I got a dick in my mouth." Makes no sense. But the thing is, like, growing up in my neighborhood, though, there was something that I didn't understand till I was much older. Like, a lot of the older guys or older men in the neighborhood would buy my brother ice cream, or particularly Rocket Pops, but just to watch him eat them. It wasn't until I was way older why I understood why they had him juggle 2 marbles underneath. That's the one thing that I never got. But as a kid, though, like, well, growing up, even when he was little, we could tell that he was gay. It was no big secret. But when he was 21, he finally came out. And I'll never forget how he did it. He called me into his room and he's like, "Hey brother, sit down, I got something to tell you." I don't know how I'm gonna tell you this, but I'm gay. Okay, that's cool, that's cool. Why don't you have a seat? I got something to tell you. I don't know how I'm gonna tell you this, but I'm fat. Now that we pointed the obvious to each other, why don't I buy you a Rocket Pop? Anyway, you guys, if you guys vote for me, I'll buy you a Rocket Pop tonight. My name's Horacio Ramirez. You guys have been great. Thank you very much.